Hello and welcome back, guys. Today is a very nice sunny day and I've decided to take the van for a very good first drive. So far, the experience of driving this van has been truly amazing. I'm not sure why people prefer to drive Volkswagen Transporters and Mercedes Vitos when you could get one of these bad boys. What surprised me was its ability to accelerate. I was like, wow. I live in the countryside. It's full of uneven tarmac and you get like gravel, almost feels like you're driving like in a rally course. So when I had front wheel drive cars, accelerating out of our countryside junctions was always an issue, and no matter what type of tires you had, you'd always end up with wheel spins. With this vehicle, I can feel the back end kick in, and it kind of reminds me of the Lexus RX models that I drove. The previous generation of this Alphard had full-time four-wheel drive, whereas this generation, I think it's mechanical. But either way, the way it accelerates out of the junction and the amount of grip I'm getting, and I've got some premium Yokohama tires on this bad boy. Wow, it really is impressive because think about it. This van weighs same as a spaceship, and for it to pick up speed so quickly, I'm really impressed. I mean, I didn't buy it to like drag race anyone, but I'm just impressed. It's very comfortable. I like the fact that it's not extremely smooth. So I don't like my cars being like Volkswagen Phaeton. So Volkswagen Phaeton had air suspensions, and literally you would not even feel a bump. So if you drive very quickly over a huge pothole, you wouldn't feel it. So on this one, I like the fact that I can still feel bumps and I can still feel things through the steering wheel. So far, I didn't experience much body roll, but again, I'm not taking roundabouts like, with Apex precision but yeah, so far this van has been truly comfortable. I really enjoyed driving it. Everything is positioned very well. My seating position is comfortable. I love my captain chair with these beautiful armrests that I've got here. They're very comfy. It's same what I had on my Lexus RX. So these seats, I've got Clasio covers and they look OEM. It's really, really amazing. I love the fact that it's got suede in the middle so your back doesn't get hot. I really, really, really do not like fully leather seats because in the summer, unless you've got fully cooled seats, then in the summer they are useless. They get too hot and your back sweats and it's just not comfortable, especially like if you work like in an office and you have to wear a shirt, you just come out of the car. And I remember back in the day I had like BMW fully leather and my back was completely wet. It was just crazy. I had to come out and like cool myself down before going to the office. But these seats, they are very, very comfortable. I like everything about this vehicle so far, and let me show you around. I've got this very small satellite navigation. I really don't mind. I don't, some people put the whole big screen. I'm really not the most important thing for me is music via Bluetooth, so I'll probably be changing to a similar dimension because I do like this cutout with a bit of a suede inside so you can put your phone and bits like that. I love the fact that you got lots of compartments everywhere. Literally, there's some compartments for my shades here. These are aftermarket, so you can put bits and bobs in here if you like. I've got them on both sides, which was quite cool. I've got as you can see, all the bling in here. I do believe that a lady owned this vehicle because I've got bling everywhere. Literally in every single compartment there is a bit of bling bling going on. And I like the fact that I've got lots of cup holders here. I've got a compartment here. I've got a huge, I think it is a fridge over here as well. This acts as a fridge as well, as far as I'm aware. But it's a huge compartment there. You can put lots of things there. Also, this center console moves, so you can have a bit of space here. And again, more room over there for storage. Really, really well thought out vehicle with loads and loads and loads and loads of little things and little compartments and all of that stuff. So That is really, really well thought out vehicle. It looks beautiful. It looks really beautiful. And the color of this vehicle is called Pearl Sand something something gold, but you can see the pearls really shining out when there's sun out. So let me show you inside the vehicle. Again, you got very nice steps for the kids, and these are my seats. They are all Classio covers, captain chairs. I think I've pointed out in the group chat that those seats were an absolute pain to fit in, and not necessarily because of the side bolsters that I have here, because as you can see they fit very well here. The issue was with the ISOFIX points, because they're so far back on these Japanese vehicles that they really are incompatible with our car seats. I believe that there is a few seats that have the extension attachments fitted, so yeah, it was really painful to get these two inside here. But as you can see, anyway, I've got plenty of space here. Actually need to sort out the carpet because it moved a little bit. I'll do that later on. You got this very nice cover. I think I'm going to put some cover here because the kids are probably going to destroy this, but kids can rest their feet on this, because of course, you know, when you have hanging feet for too long, it does feel a bit uncomfortable for the kids. Plenty of storage, plenty of room. You got loads of little like cup holders here. Let me show you my bling table. There is a bling table here that I have. Very nice, really nice interior. Loads of space in here. Beautiful seats at the back that can fit 3 people as well. And again, I really love those Classio seat covers. They are really OEM-like, really fantastic look. Just very impressive. Kudos to the owner for fitting this. More bling. There's lots of storage inside here. And generally, this car is really fantastic, with tons and tons of storage. Let me open the boot. It's quite strange that the boot only opens automatically via the button inside the vehicle and also this button here, but it doesn't open automatically if you press on the boot lever. One thing that I know with this boot is that it's missing a very bright light. This light over here is not sufficient enough. When I was packing my bags at night in a supermarket, it just felt like there wasn't enough light in here. It was very dark. So I wish they'd have some form of a light in here, for example, to kind of like, I mean, I'm sure I can put a light up here somehow, you know, I put a battery pack or whatever. But yeah, it would be very good if they had some form of a light in here. But anyway, the boot for my family, and there's a total of 6 of us, which the 6th family member is a dog. This boot is more than enough. I know they say that the van's boots are small. Trust me, it's not, because I mean, I moved these seats slightly forwards and I can move them a bit more because my kids, they don't really need loads of like leg room. So, but I mean, so far this is like very comfortable, and there's lots of leg room right now for the 3rd rows. There's lots of leg room for the older boy who sits there, and you still have plenty of room to fit a pram. Don't forget that, you know, you can fit them upright if necessary, or you can actually remove one of the seats and then you've got a massive corridor here. It's like an L shape. So if you played Tetris, you'll know how to properly fit some bits and bobs into your van. But for me, there's plenty of space. When I go shopping, for example, I literally fit like, I believe it was 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big bags like that in here without any issues. When when we go on like a trip, like say for example we want to visit National Trust, I'll have a pram, which we got quite a chunky pram. It'll sit right up here, and then if I want to take some bikes with me, I'll just fold the seat and I'll stack the bikes here. The kids bikes will fit without any issues. Adult bikes, you'll probably struggle. You'll probably need to dismantle front wheel and things like that. But I know people put roof bars on these, but I really don't want to put anything on top of my car. But anyway, this is the van. It looks really, really, really cool. And honestly, people are looking at it because it does look quite rare. I love everything about it, the way it looks. I love how you have the blacked out windows, those wind deflectors as well, and just the body kit. It looks really nice and sporty. Actually, the person who delivered the car to me said that this was the only aerodynamic van they've ever delivered. Basically, he said that this van was very easy to trailer. Whereas vans like Vito and Volkswagen Transporter, which the person did transport, he said that they were very non-aerodynamic, and so it was very difficult to transport the vehicle on his trailer. But yeah guys, this vehicle just looks stunning. I mean, look at it in the parking lot. One thing I really like about it is that the fact that it fits very well into parking spots, because it's not too wide. So it's probably as wide as my Volvo V60 used to be, because look how much space I still have at this side, and look how much space I have here on this side as well. And I'd say I'd parked very well here. So I like this fact, the fact that it fits into normal parking lots, the fact that you're not going to struggle parking this vehicle on UK roads. For a car of this age, the gearbox is so nice. Eats up all the bumps very nicely. Very soft drive, but not too soft. I like that. Ooh, that noise. V6 tune. One thing that I'm still getting used to is the stalk being on the right hand side. Whereas all the cars in the UK, they have a stalk on the left hand side. It's very hard for me to get used to, really. Sometimes I get into situations where instead of indicating, I'm wiping my windscreen. It's surprisingly easy to drive. It doesn't feel huge, right? There is presence, but it just doesn't feel like I can't maneuver it on our UK roads. And I can see people looking at this car quite often. I guess it's because the front badge is very weird, because on UK roads obviously people are used to seeing the regular badges, whereas the front has a specific Alphard badge. To be honest with you, the first time I saw this one I was like, what is this? And then at the back I saw a Toyota badge and I was like, oh right, so it's a Toyota. I'm on a motorway right now doing 70 and I can't feel 70 miles an hour. It's so smooth. A bit of a harsh brake. One thing I want to talk about is the brakes. The brakes on this van is probably its weakest point. They feel underwhelming for sure. It's a relatively heavy car, but the brakes could really do with an upgrade. They are okay for daily use, but I think that's one of the things that I would like to replace, and I'll probably be fitting some Brembos further down the line. I've already booked this Toyota for a service. I want to get it fully serviced. Unfortunately, the indie garage that I've always used, that has serviced every single one of my cars, can't really find the parts, and it's challenging for them. And I guess it's because you can't find anything when they key in the registration plates onto their systems, which is really poor in my opinion, because I mean, it's a Toyota engine, it's a 3.5 litre. This engine is found in most of the Lexus cars. It is found in many Toyota cars as well. It's nothing rocket science. It should not be complicated. So I'm really surprised that garages are like, oh, we're gonna have problems finding parts, oh, we're gonna do... Competent garages will not have any issues servicing a Toyota, even if it's imported, let alone a Toyota official main dealer. I mean, some of the members in the Toyota Alphard and Velfire groups has said that their local main dealer said that they will not be able to work on the car because it's imported. I mean, that's insane. It's a Toyota. Like, if you're a Toyota dealer and you're telling me just because I've imported a Toyota you can't service it, like, it really needs to be named and shamed, those dealers. But yeah, other than that, as I said, the other thing that I need to change is the infotainment system, so that I can play music and have Apple CarPlay. I don't have the rear screens. I specifically didn't want any rear screens. I chose the van without the sunroof because I know they had quite a few issues with the sunroof, but also the spec I was looking was very specific. I wanted to have all black leather inside, four-wheel drive, and a lot of different things like 3.5 litre engine. And it was very hard to find a specific car that I was looking for, because most of the cars were coming up with fully cream and beige interior, which is a no-no with kids and a dog. And I'm extremely happy with the purchase. I'm extremely happy with the importer, Pacific Coast Autos. The whole process was very good. The only issue I had is, of course, with the custom clearance. I mean, the customs agents I've used, Trans Global Limited, they were good. However, their subcontractors made a huge mistake with the numbers, and it resulted in like over 2 months delay with HMRC, which I was very, very crossed about. But you know, things like that do happen. It's been really, really great. I'm happy that I'm finally driving this car.